not bad, man. It's not bad. It's not bad, but it's not a good. It's not good. It's not good. It's average. It's honestly just an average movie.
I mean, they have to throw Machine Gun Kelly up in there.
Oh man, like okay, yeah, one night now. That's like okay. Why?
Then they just drove off.
He just bounced. Like number one, why?
What are you guys doing there?
Also, which doesn't make sense for his character because he was the most paranoid one.
Yeah,
I'm not leaving.
Exactly. He was scared. He was just like, you're right. Then all of a sudden, when he's in love, he tries to fuck off, man.
Where and why?
Come on, please.
But anyway, yeah, I've been recording.
Cut it and start again. What's up, guys? It's Anarchadium, and welcome to another episode of Reviews on Tab. Happy New Year. And today I'll be reviewing a film that was trending throughout all December thanks to Black Twitter. And this movie is Birdbox. Birdbox is a movie that was directed by Susanne Bier. It's a Netflix original movie starring Sandra Bullock, Trevante, Rhodes, Little Rel, John Malkovich, Machine Gun Kelly. Don't know what the fuck he was doing there. Okay, let me start off by saying that I did not like this movie. It's not a bad movie, but it's not really a great movie. There's two reasons why I don't like this movie. It's very ambiguous. It's like they just took it a bit too far with the ambiguity, and secondly, it drags. The suspense is held on for too long, and the climax is very dissatisfying, you know what I mean? And that's why I personally didn't like the movie. It starts off with Sandra Bullock as a pregnant, she plays a pregnant woman who's basically quarter to giving birth, and then her and her sister, it seems like she's a single mother or she's a surrogate, I'm not sure, but she doesn't seem too keen on being a mother, and her sister is like taking her to the hospital, and then in this situation, the whole earth is plagued by some sort of entity that basically makes you kill yourself when you keep your eyes open. When you look into it, you end up killing yourself. And then Sandra and her sister are caught into this situation, and she loses the loved one, and basically bands together in this house with a bunch of interesting characters who are trying to survive in this new world where they don't even know what it is. They just know that something is there, and if you keep your eyes open, you will die. So you have these characters in the house, and they're basically trying to figure out how to survive. They don't know each other, they don't trust each other. The movie is also non-linear, so it takes place in like two places at the same time. It takes place in Sandra is basically trying to get to a safe haven, and then it takes place at the beginning of this plague where everybody's just trying to get to know each other and survive inside this house. You kind of know how everything's gonna end because of what is shown in the second part of the non-linear story, but at the beginning you're still curious to know how everything pans out. Okay, let's start with the cast. It has Trevante Rhodes, who plays a guy called Tom, and he's like the lead guy. Trevante is from Moonlight, obviously. He's done a few good movies since then. Did Predator, 12 Strong, and now he's doing Birdbox, and he plays a love interest for Sandra Bullock, which I found it kind of weird, but I mean, I'm happy for him, you know. And it also has Little Rel from Get Out is in the movie. Obviously the comic relief. He wasn't bad, I think he was great, but he was typical comic relief character in the film. I don't know what else to say. John Malkovich is in the movie basically playing the voice of reason, the guy who the cynical voice of reason who basically warns everybody and doesn't trust anybody. He's basically the guy who is right about everything, but because of his attitude, nobody really likes him. And he was great. He's John Malkovich being John Malkovich. I haven't seen him in a while, but it was a great performance. What I did not like about this movie is, like I said at the beginning, the movie drags the suspense way too much. You know, it throws so many plot devices at the beginning, and it makes you interested in the film, so you can't get your eyes off it. But at some point you start wondering, where is this thing, where is the climax? It's built up to a point where it needs to kind of like release that tension, and it doesn't release it properly, and it's so anticlimactic, and it really annoyed me because it's like they're playing with two creative elements and they're not kind of working well together. So if your eyes are closed, you are immune to the effects of this monster, but at the same time they play on this idea that there is a monster that exists. I'm not sure why they did that, because it doesn't work. If there's an actual monster, then it must kind of be a monster whether your eyes are closed or not. But you're telling me that if there's a whole monster and my eyes are closed, it can't do anything to me, you know? So that was a bit confusing, and I was hoping that they would reveal the answer to us, to show us that this is why we did what we did when their eyes were closed, and this is why we show these certain elements. Like when your eyes are closed, you can still hear the spirit, it can still confuse you, it sends out signals. Like if let's say you lost a loved one, you'll hear their voices, and it'll force you, the monster will literally force you to open your eyes if you're in the realm of it, which is cool. But as long as your eyes are closed, it literally can't hurt you. So if your eyes are closed and you're outside and you can hear all the voices on the world, it won't be able to touch you, and you will survive. And we see that through the movie. But at the same time, there's still this forceful entity that kind of like pushes, and like a physical force through that shows during the scenes, and you're kind of wondering, is there actually something like an actual tangible creature, or is it like a spiritual thing? And I was hoping the movie would reveal that in the end, which it didn't. So it tried too hard to be ambiguous, and there's nothing wrong with films being ambiguous, but you just have to be careful about how much you add, how you pace the film. If you have ambiguity and suspense in one film, then pacing has to be an important factor of that film, and I feel like it was badly paced. That's just my opinion. With that said, if I was chilling with 5 of my friends watching Bird Box, it would be a dope movie. Like, I get why Twitter was going crazy. A friend of mine was talking about how sensory horrors are like a thing. Like, they're actually so entertaining. They force you to hold your breath. They force you to kind of like not blink. I know Quiet Place seems like it started it, but there were movies like before that, like Don't Breathe is a good sensory horror. So if you like Bird Box, then I suggest you go watch movies like Don't Breathe, about a blind man who locks up his whole house after he finds out there's intruders. Very interesting movie. There's also a movie called Hush about a deaf girl who's in a cabin who's trying to get killed by a serial killer. So this whole movie is about her running around the house trying to figure out where this killer is because she can't hear him. So if you like that type of stuff, these movies have existed. I know Bird Box kind of hyped up because a lot of people are like, I've never seen anything like that. It's amazing. Oh, I couldn't hold my breath. It's crazy. There's plenty of movies like that. So if you're interested, go check out those movies. But Bird Box to me feels like The Happening and Quiet Place came together, and then Dead Center in the middle, like an average movie, because Happening is very terrible, Quiet Place is very amazing, and it meets both, and the Bird Box is literally right there in the middle. It's like, it's not bad, but it's not good. It's just a dead average movie for me personally. But like I did say, it is a popcorn movie, so it is entertaining. If you're with friends and you're chilling, it's a dope movie to watch with friends. It's super interesting. It's like you shout at the screen. It's one of those type of movies. But just on a more critical level, it's just alright for me. But yeah, Black Twitter really hyped this movie up, guys. Y'all really, for free. Y'all hyped this movie for free. But something tells me there was a marketing plan. I know I was talking to Kelly, like, it felt organic, but it's just too much of a coincidence. I think there was some sort of Black Twitter marketing strategy for Bird Box, because it blew up on Twitter. It was crazy, you know what I mean? But yeah, I don't think it's an organic thing. If it was organic, then wow, shout out to Black Twitter and Netflix, man. Like, but yeah, if you've watched it, please comment below. Tell us what you think of Bird Box. I feel like this is gonna have a lot of comments. All of you guys watched this movie, so tell me what you think of Bird Box. And if you disagree, just tell me why. Explain. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe and like. Thank you guys for watching. Happy New Year. Peace.